some less intense music for this. Here we go. You guys can still hear that, right? There we go. All right. Let's it's been a morning and pretty rough morning, and I think it's gonna be kind of not great today, and I'm kind of floundering right now as far as life is concerned. But that's all right, because we're here to do this review. Let's F11 this. So, Gojira. Uh-oh, the chat, hold up. Yeah, and that's kind of inherently the issue with a lot of 3D movies. Quite a few blockbuster movies, it's just the 3D is serviceable. Like it works. It doesn't inherently look bad. There's no errors in it. It's kind of there. And as I said, there are several shots that did have genuine meaning to them, but it wasn't really enough to carry the movie. And it's not like I would say, oh, well, don't run out and see it in 3D. Like, obviously, if you have the opportunity, sure, whatever. But it wouldn't be at the top of the list to get. Obviously, if you want the entire collection, which I still have here, by the way, if you want the entire collection, you know, you might as well go ahead and pick that up. Oh, sorry. Let me repeat some of the things. Yeah, so like I said, so it's the unfortunate reality with a lot of, or a few blockbusters, kind of like with Warcraft, the 3D was just kind of there, and they didn't really do much with it, and there wasn't really any inherent issues with the 3D presentation. There was no errors in the 3D. It was all fine. It's just that's the problem. It was all fine. Hey, Grave Puppy. Gee, I wonder who that is. Hey, it's me. Uh, there's a few shots, like I said, that work really well, but on the whole, it's just kind of like, eh. I mean, are those few shots really worth picking up a whole movie in 3D? Like I said, if you if you want to get the entire collection, then you might as well get it in 3D, because I mean, you can. And I always leave a link in the description for that stuff. It's good to see you, Great Puppy. Thanks for showing up. And it's good to see you too, 3D Blu-ray Bunker. I'm happy you're here. It took me so long to get this review out. I honestly didn't know if I was going to be able to get it out this week. And then I got to immediately start on next week's review, which is obviously going to be Kong Skull Island. And by the way, I want you guys to remember to vote. In the description, there's a link to a straw poll to vote for what movie you want me to review first next month. There's 4 Mondays in October, so we're going to be doing that. Well, yeah, it's just it's such a strange movie because I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't think Godzilla 2014 is bad. Smile more. Uh, sorry guys. So I really couldn't find like specifically any stereographer for this movie. Where is the small cast and crew. If I can think, let's see, for Texas Chainsaw, because I just rewatched it the other day. It'd be very interesting. I'll just say this because it's been a while since I watched it. I thought it had some interesting ideas. I thought it was decent. I do remember the video quality of the movie itself is like extremely sharp. Like it is so crystal clear. It is one of the best looking as far as like the visual presentation, not the 3D or anything else. Just within the quality of the video itself is just one of the best that I've seen, and it's so strange it comes from that. Well, be sure to vote for that. We're gonna be taking a look at that probably then. Let's see. Because I type in stereo, and there's so many different stereo leads. It's hard to say who is like the head person, who was like sitting. Maybe it was a group of people. But it is nice to see a movie that was shot in 3, at least for Texas Chainsaw. And I'm not trying to sway any votes or anything, but wow, this is like a weird. What is happening on the bar here? Can you guys see that? I have no idea what that is. I hope my TV isn't messing up. Okay, I have no idea why it's like that. Now, the Monster House, and I'm not trying to sway any votes. Like I said, vote for what you guys want me to see review. But Monster House was the first ever 3D Blu-ray that I got. And I actually got that before I even had my first 3D display, which was the Sony 3D display. I got it off eBay, and then it broke in like 2 weeks, and it made me sad. But yeah, Monster House was my first ever 3D Blu-ray, and it's a nice little thing. I'm also, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on what I was gonna do for November, but the funny thing is, 3D Blu-ray Bunker, when I came back from my, I guess my little hiatus, I was gonna do Godzilla versus Kong, and I was gonna be like, 3D Blu-ray Bunker here. Yeah, I'm literally in a basement, so it's like a bunker, and I'm reviewing 3D Blu-rays. But let me see if I can find. Alright, wait, this is Stereo Supervisor. Okay. I think we actually found the Stereo Supervisor. This Windy Cheesebruff Low. Jurassic World. Wait a minute. Oh, she was only the Stereo Supervisor on Godzilla. This is the only movie she did the 3D for. The 3D Blu-ray Bunker Boys, that's right. Where did I get all those other people then? Stereoscopic lead. See, that's the thing that tripped me up. There's the stereo supervisor and then the stereoscopic lead. Like what is the difference? Let's talk about some of the shots we like. Let me pull up the video. I just opened up 3ds Max on accident. By the way, I'm gonna try to do a really quick review, separate video for Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and this is gonna be its own separate video, so. But this is like the super quickie review. I'll just put it out here now. If you have the ability to see Shang-Chi in 3D, go do it. It was absolutely fantastic. The movie itself is amazing, so just go see it in general. but the 3D was incredibly well done. It actually felt integrated with the story, and it felt like the movie earned the 3D. It felt like a very positive contribution. It didn't feel like, even though I thought the 3D in, oh my goodness, I thought the 3D in Black Widow was good. There was still a lot of depth and volume. The movie itself just didn't really seem tailored all that well. Like the story didn't seem tailored all that well to 3D. But Shang-Chi worked really well. So go see that movie if you can. Lots of good negative parallax stuff. Lots of good depth. And just lots of good movie in general. Let's see. Let's see. Painting a wall. Look at his dog here. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna bring the video up. I'm an idiot. Alright, let me do that. So let's talk about a few of these shots here. As I said several times in the review, a lot of the legwork for the 3D is being done. Let's see, cigarettes are still effort. Yeah, I think Disney's gonna start slowing down on the 3D Blu-ray releases. Spider-Verse was difficult to. It's it's like when you want to get a 3D Blu-ray now, you have to go out of your way and you have to go to these backwater websites you've never heard of to find it. You really have to dig, but they're like out there. And occasionally you're gonna have to get them imported from another country. And it's just like why these weird peppered releases? It just doesn't make sense. Like why like did you look at the markets and we're like, okay, well the 3D Blu-ray release will probably do well here, but we won't release it anywhere else. Even if they had like a limited release, like on a website, if Pixar was like, okay, we're gonna have a limited 3D Blu-ray release for all of our movies, at least make it available to buy, you know, because they put in the effort, they put in the work to do all that conversion, and then they literally re-rendered all their movies in 3D just in case, and then they sat on them. You know, The Incredibles was supposed to get a 3D re-release before Incredibles 2, and then it just never came out. I think they re-released The Incredibles in IMAX, and that was all they did. But yeah, when people complain about the cardboard pop-up book look of 3D movies, they're talking about movies like Godzilla. Granted, I don't think that the Godzilla's 3D was quite that bad. There was one shot earlier on that I pointed out that it literally just looked like flat cardboard cutouts. But I mean, it was just two people standing in a room, so it didn't need to have like all the crazy volume and stuff. You were yakking away over old footage a bit during each. Oh yeah, the nuclear blast shaders, yeah. I like the joke. They should have just called this Ford Brody in 3D because it's about him, not Godzilla. Godzilla's like a side character. Oh wait. All right. So right here, this shot, I was like, this is the best shot in this best 3D shot in the whole movie so far. And as it would turn out, it ended up being the best 3D shot in the entire movie. There was another really good one when they were on the bridge and it was looking down. It was this, not that shot. This shot right here. This shot in 3D was really good. This shot was just really gross with the little babies in the belly all jiggling around. Hopefully Kong Skull Island won't take me like 3 days or like an entire week. Usually I sit down and like during the morning and watch the movie and then upload the videos to my computer and then do all the editing and then it's like ready to go.
Character, the Ludo's face coming out at you sharply. Okay, well, hold on, we gotta watch this. Dude, I remember the first time I saw that, and I was like,
Dude, yes, the VW which is awesome. You have this one? You might have reviewed it and I just don't remember. Actually, you probably would have to know what I'm talking about if yeah. Okay, yeah, obviously you've seen it. Um I like doing these themed month things though. It kind of helps make things cohesive. But I'm looking forward to Kong Skull Island. I can't really remember the 3D in that one too much. I do remember liking it though. I think they got a little bit better. One of the reasons I think this was so kind of is that the post conversion process was still kind of new and difficult, and the more depth you put into an image, the more you separate an image out, the more work that has to be done to paint in the edges, so it would make sense that they don't want to like go crazy on that. Especially with the movie that wasn't a sure bet. Although I do remember people generally liking it, but really upset that there wasn't more Godzilla, and also all the fight scenes take place at night. One thing that was disappointing is that they didn't do more depth with this hallway here. A very good opportunity to show just how deep these hallways are, and they just kind of don't really do that. It's like it's like he sat down with the stereo supervisor and was like, "All right, I want the depth for this entire movie to be the same the whole time. All of it's got to be the same." And maybe those shots with like the really deep 3D accidentally snuck through, and they were like, "Ah, we're gonna do a little extra." But yeah, it was something. I'm just happy to have the whole collection of Skull Island series better. Really, I don't I haven't seen King of the Monsters in forever. I don't want to go over like I love the cover art for these movies. Like let's the posters and stuff. Awesome. Check that out. Let me pull up OBS. You can't even really see it because of the way the lighting is, but and then like every single one of these is a frame worthy poster. And I really like this one with Godzilla fighting King Ghidorah. Freaking badass. I saw this movie in oh yeah, no, I did see this movie in 3D in theaters. And then this is one that I saw this year. I was really surprised to even find this movie. Godzilla versus Kong. Poor Kong, he only got one movie to himself, and then Godzilla just kind of ate up everything else. They should have called the last one Kong versus Godzilla, but you know, Godzilla's more marketable, I guess. Hey Alexander, how's it going? Rogue One, yeah, Rogue One's 3D was eh. Especially coming off the back of Star Wars Episode 7, which was such a good 3D movie. And then I don't really remember Episode 8's 3D being all that great. I saw that in IMAX 3D, and I was just really disappointed with the entire presentation of it. 2014 films. Lenticular covers are nice, but they end up taking a whole bunch of room up. I forgot what I was gonna say. It's just a good. It's just good to have the whole thing. But I was gonna say something and I don't remember. Hey Alexander, remember to vote on what movie you want me to review for the first week of October. Also, you were the one that, yeah, you saw Fast and Furious 9 in 3D, which is amazing to me. You got to tell me how that was. I know there should be definitely a balance between a really good 3D production and a really good movie. It's you 3D is its own whole new storytelling thing, and you've really got to be careful with it. You don't want that to take up the entire production because it's easy to let that happen because of how much has to go into it. Fast 9 in 3D. God, I could barely stand that movie in 2D. I can't even imagine. But you have to balance like an engaging 3D experience with an engaging movie in general. And unfortunately, a lot of movies that end up like really going all in on the 3D end up not being great movies. And it's like you can do both. You don't have to like choose. You can come up with a story or integrate the story well with 3D. You don't have to like just be like, "Oh, just have to do it because the studio mandates it." Or, "Oh, we need to focus entirely on doing the 3D regardless of what, the story needs are." Thinking of things like I I haven't really watched any 3D movies that were like made solely just for the 3D. Well, Journey to the Center of the Earth, but I mean that movie, it's a guilty pleasure. I think it's still a great movie either way. Most of the time, sometimes in the action scenes it looks great and amazing, several pop outs. It's so weird that they post converted it though. Like, and they didn't tell anyone. They didn't tell anyone that it was out in 3D. And they just like quietly released it. They've been doing that for a lot of movies. They'll just quietly do a 3D release for like a week and then just they don't even advertise it anymore. Movies in 3D. Usually they'd have it like at the bottom of the poster. Sometimes there will be special posters, but you don't really get to see them. It's a shame we don't get IMAX 3D releases anymore. Let's see. Like Shang-Chi. I guess I'm doxing myself right now. Let's take a look at the Shang-Chi poster. Okay, it does say down here, Realty 3D and IMAX. But it doesn't really say that at the end of the trailer. This movie was so good, dude. Yeah, okay, I guess it says it on all the posters. Fortunately, post-conversion got really, really good. No Time to Die sounds like it'll be an example of that. Barely mentioned 3D conversion. Wait, really? No Time to Die is getting a 3D release? I had no idea. How did you even find that out? Oh. Hey, check it out. Oh, 2 years ago. Oh yeah, this movie was supposed to come out a while ago. I heard they're delaying it again too. See, first acknowledgement of music. No time that asking 3D select territories like the bottom of the Ukraine poster. So far, the Netherlands, Bulgaria, and now Ukraine. What random countries? Realty is listing on their website. The first time I ever found out about a movie being in 3D and not being released here in 3D was Doctor Dolittle. Hold up. This is now a Real D stream. It's such random countries to put it in. Okay. Oh, I should try to get a job here. 3D shows enduring value, entertainment, delivering entertainment not found at home. Where does one find the movies? Let's see, Really 3 Cinema, Hobbs Show. Here's the thing, cause I kind of feel like the movies that don't really get a release here are the 3D's not probably not gonna be that great. I know Sorcerer's Stone got a 3D re-release, but it was only in China. Oh, Dune's getting a 3D release. Probably not here. When did this come out? Oh, 2017. Wait, what the? Wait. Wait, explain this to me. Is this the... Excuse me? I can buy the VHS tape. Yeah, let's do that. What? I have no idea about that. Wait a minute. They re-released the original Dune in 3D? Hold up. Yeah, that 3D is really bad. Okay, I'm not upset about that. How do we see all their movies? Can order 3D eyewear. Yeah, I'll order a whole box. How do I get a job here? I want them to hire me. Contact. Oh, Real D in Europe. I was so excited. Oh, Maylands. That doesn't say Maryland. Oh, I have to log in. What does it mean by play? Feature throwbacks animated to go some fake characters. Oh, wow. Oh, that's funny. Toy Story 4 was pretty decent 3D. The Grinch was a good 3D release, except it had a few visual errors. And by the way, Christmas time, you better believe we're doing a straw poll for what Christmas movies, because I got a few of those. What's your favorite 3D movie of all time? What is my favorite 3D movie of all time? Oh yeah, Venom is gonna be in 3D. There we go. Oh, the trailer for Matrix Resurrections. We're getting completely off topic. Is Matrix Resurrections coming in 3D? Oh, no, it's probably not. Actually, I don't know, because the Wachowski sisters really like 3D, I think. Anyway, we're getting way off the topic of Godzilla. Short and sweet, Godzilla is just a serviceable 3D release, nothing too exciting, and like I said, unless you plan on getting all of these movies in 3D, you don't really need to rush out and get it. It's not particularly bad, it's not super great, it's just kind of, I mean, it wouldn't be the first movie that I would show someone. If I hypothetically were to bring someone home with me, and I was like, okay, we're gonna watch a 3D movie. You know, let's watch a 3D movie together. I would not go pick up Godzilla. And if someone were to ask me what movie I would pick up, I guess it would depend on who the person is, what kind of movies they like. If they didn't care, I would probably pick up Journey to the Center of the Earth, just because it's my guilty pleasure. Not Gemini Man. Shang-Chi was fantastic in 3D. Absolutely phenomenal, especially the seats we got. It was like the perfect distance for all the pop out to really get close to you, but not too close to where it was just a blurry mess. This Halo jump, I was really looking forward to it because I'm like, all right, surely they're gonna pull the 3D out and make it extremely deep for this. They're gonna have to do something with volume because they've been relying so heavily on layering these shots and putting a whole bunch of different things in the shots to give the 3D some form of depth. You can see here, you can see the outlines, how far he's pushed back in the screen. I guess it's the one thing, at least if you guys are watching the 2D video, you can kind of make out how much volume and depth are in a shot just by how much separation there is around the outlines. Oh, D-Box will be fun. I haven't seen the only time I've ever done D-Box was when I saw Terminator Genesis and that movie was terrible. But I got to see it in D-Box IMAX 3D, so you know, I got the best possible experience for like the worst possible Terminator movie. I would have rather have seen the Terminator ride, to be honest with you. I would have rather seen Terminator 2. I still want to get Terminator 2 in 3D. I saw it in theaters. It was really good. I loved the 3D conversion. James Cameron always does a really good job with his 3D conversions because Titanic looks fantastic in 3D. I think, like I said, both of them have their positives and negatives. There are great things about filming in 3D, great things about shooting for post conversion. I think if James Cameron embraced post conversion a little bit more, he might be able to find some new exciting things to do with 3D. I know some of the shots in Avatar were post converted, particularly the close up shots, because you know you can't really do that with the large 3D rig. This movie also just felt kind of weird and like not lopsided, but like you have the whole Bryan Cranston story, and then he just disappears from the movie after the first act, and then it's like about his son, and it's just such a weird story thing decision. The other thing that was quite disappointing is that there's quite a few establishing shots in cities, and they don't really give them any sort of depth. It's just kind of like layering. It's just like there, it's fine, and not even in like I, I would say some of the shots look just like genuinely interesting 3D shots. Uh, a 3D shot doesn't necessarily have to have a bunch of volume and depth in it to be an interesting shot for 3D, but it certainly helps. This movie didn't really have much of that. Into the Spider-Verse. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's Son of the Mask. Yeah, it was weird because they set it up to be like his movie, like he's part of this, and then he just kind of he's just like, sorry guys, I'm like the most expensive actor in this movie, and I'm leaving now. Actually, Godzilla was probably the most expensive actor in the movie, but you know. But Spider-Verse had a lot of shots that were just genuinely interesting looking 3D shots, even if they didn't have like a whole bunch of depth or volume. Here you don't really get that. I mean, you get it a few times. One of the better shots that just works with the 3D storytelling, which there's a few of those. One that I can name off right at the top of my head is the lady here, the main character's wife being handed the phone. Spoiler, yeah. The the lady being handed the phone. Here, let me pull up that shot. Like there, obviously the phone is being held out in negative parallax. Not really enough to get you to notice it all that well, but it is there. You also have the shot of the little boy who's like laying on a couch, and you have all the dinosaurs right there in the foreground coming out in negative parallax, which obviously, you know, alludes to the giant monsters, and it's like a thing. It's a nice subtle bit of 3D. And then you have the shot here at the end. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so this shot was probably one of the better negative parallax shots because you have the Muto coming out towards the screen or out of the screen kind of sharply. And as I said in the review, it reminds me a lot of the How to Train Your Dragon review, or the How to Train Your Dragon shot where Toothless gets up into Hiccup's face. That's a good storytelling beat, because I mean you're putting the audience into that uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, intense situation of this Muto getting up in his face, and then he gets pulled back. She gets pulled back, and then we get this shot. Like damn, for Skull Island. Lady here being the lovely Elizabeth Olsen. Yeah, it's Elizabeth Olsen. Skull Island. Well, that's good, Alexander, because the next review will in fact be Skull Island. And I'm looking forward to that. We have a lot of MCU actors in here. We got Samuel L. Jackson. We got Tom Hiddleston. Uh, this actually does have a pretty great cast. John Goodman is in it. You also have Brie Larson, who ends up being. They have so many MCU actors. There's so many MCU movies that basically everyone is that's in it is in there. Mm. Anyway, I don't know how long have I been going for. Going for about a good 30 minutes. Uh, the are you talking about the shot with the Muto at the end? Hold up. Okay. Are you talking about this shot broke the frame a bit too much? Are you talking about like just having errors on the sides of the frame because it like the floating window wasn't done properly? Or are you talking about just like too much negative parallax? I think it was appropriate. I because I mean, so so you say it broke the frame a bit too much, and when you say that, do you mean in the sense that it was too uncomfortable to look at, or elaborate on it? See, a couple just I think sounds like we're best. Okay, got you. So it's just it's breaking the frame too much. Like you would prefer to have the entire Muto coming flying out of the screen rather than just like a part of it. Too tightly framed. Yeah, I mean it's like I said, it reminded me of the shot from How to Train Your Dragon, and I can understand it being too tightly framed. I think that works as part of I don't know. I think it works as part of that uncomfortability that Ford is going through. Just his entire face. I could literally like pop it in right now and look up that one shot. Hold up. We're going off the rails. I'm gonna go look up that one shot so I can better discuss this. I should start doing that for these live streams too. Just like have the movie up just so I can pop it in real quick and then jump to whatever scene I need. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no, it's alright. I'm going off of memory too. I could be wrong. It could be a really bad, awful, terrible shot that no one should ever look at again. Let's see. This is live reactions. Alright, so let's skip past that. Alright, pulling it up now. Okay, here we go. I got to the part. Alright, his gun here is coming out of the screen, but like there's so little volume in these shots that like the negative parallax stuff doesn't work as much as it should. Yeah, yeah, okay. I can see what you mean. Let's see. It's not. Oh wow, yeah, there really isn't much. Actually, that doesn't come out as far as I thought it was. It doesn't really come out of the screen at all. I was completely wrong. I just think the intensity of that one shot though, like the tightness and the way the 3D looks just works really well. It is a little bit, you have to do, I mean not that I'm straining my eyes, but you kind of have to like do that. Hold up, let me, I can show you like right. Hold up. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you can see that too well. But that's like the first frame, and then it kind of just... Yeah, even though the camera is getting closer to the Muto, it doesn't really come out of the screen at all. It's kind of a weird, I don't know. It's just a weird 3D movie. It just baffles me. All these choices just baffle me. Anyway, final thoughts. I mean, the movie is what it is. It's not terrible. It's just kind of like, dang, I really wish there was more. Uh, I wish there was just more Godzilla. And it's not one that I would tell people to run out and get. The other issue, Blu-ray Bunker, is that everything's so dark. Everything's so dark that it's kind of hard to make out details and separate things out because you still need light to do that. I don't know. Let me take a look at this video. Hey, Grave. Aha, Grave, you still here? Yeah, I watched the video you sent. See what's better 3D? If you mean Godzilla King of the Monsters, I don't remember. It's been a while. I mean, I would say it's probably better. It's still good to see your hair, Grave Puppy. Good luck with painting the wall, by the way. It looks nice. You'll have to show me when it's done. I should be productive today. I think those dark 3D films. the the problem inherent, like I said, is like even if you have like a bright display, it's not gonna change the just the stuff getting muddled together. The Mutos are very dark. They're like black, gray, dark gray, black, and then you have them juxtaposed against a black skyline, or like the darkness in the grunge of these cities, and there's dust and smoke everywhere. It's not great for 3D. It just kind of. With that being said, though, once again, I appreciate you guys. Got paint in your hair. Oh no, you gotta go get that washed out. Gotta get that washed out as soon as you can. Imagine. Maybe I'll dye my hair. I wonder what I should get it dyed to. Maybe I'll get it dyed red and blue. I'll have like one side be red and the other side be blue. That'd be funny. That wouldn't be funny. That would be terrible. I would hate that. Anyway, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this stream. But I really appreciate you guys checking this stuff out. I'm trying to keep I'm trying to keep going, but it is just a lot of just not happiness right now. And maybe I should focus my efforts into doing these videos. I'm just really worried about my future. Nothing's really, I guess the future is never promised. I'm just concerned that I don't know where things are gonna end up right now. But I have the power to change that, of course. Alright, after this I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll get started on Kong Skull Island and try to get that done and out of the way. But thank you guys for watching. And you all have a great day. And I will see you next time.
They say I need some Rogaine to put in my hair. Work it out at the gym to fit my underwear. Oakley makes the shades to transform a tool. You'd hate for the kids to think that you lost your cool. I'ma do the things that I wanna do. I ain't got a thing to prove to you. I leave my candy with the pork and beans. Excuse my manners if I make a scene. I ain't gonna wear the clothes that you like. I find out dandy with the me inside. One look in the mirror and I take a pic. I talk in the hood about what you think. Everyone likes to dance to a happy song with a catchy